Hi and welcome to this short yoga practice for heart health. Cardiovascular disease is a leading cause of problems worldwide, and human propensities for poor diets, stress and busy lifestyles will actually help contribute towards that. So yoga has a beneficial effect on the body systems and especially the heart. So we're going to do some breathing and some poses that will hopefully help. As with any yoga, please listen to your body. If something isn't working, don't do it. Be very mindful of how it feels, and everybody has different flexibility or different bodies. So really listen to your body through this practice. We'll start in a seated position, so it can be cross-legged on the floor or kneeling or sitting on a chair or couch if that feels a little bit more easy for you. We're going to just try to sit up nice and tall, so shoulders over hips, crown of the head reaching up with balanced on the top of your neck, and relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. And we're just going to focus first of all on the breath. So yogis breathe in and out through the nose. Take a nice, slow, smooth, deep breath in, and then a long, deep breath out. I want you to continue to try and use these long, smooth breaths, really filling up and out into your lungs. So lots of us tend to breathe quite shallow, quite far forward so that our rib cage lifts at the front, but actually we need to use the side of our ribs, the back of our ribs, all the way around as we breathe in and out. And just by slowing down the breath, you will decrease your blood pressure. As your lungs expand, your heart has more space to beat, to work. And you may want to just softly gaze at a spot on the floor in front of you, or close your eyes and really imagine the feeling of relaxation as you breathe out. We're going to do a 3-part breath practice. So inhale nice and slowly, and then I would like you to exhale just 1/3 of your lungs and stop. The next third, pause again, and then the final third exhaled out. If you can, pause here, and then breathe in smoothly after that. We'll try this 3-part breath again. So exhale 1/3 of your lungs, pause, exhale another third, pause, and then the final third, pause. If you'd like to have one more go, or just come back to natural breathing, inhaling deeply and then exhale the top third of your lungs, the next third. Then really use your diaphragm to push out the final bit of air, and then inhale. So we're next going to do a quick warm-up. So we're just going to bring our hands out to the sides, trying to aim for them being parallel, but if that's not right, you can just have them lower. As we inhale, we're going to turn the palms face up, and as we exhale, the palms face down. Inhaling, arms up. Maybe bring in the elbows, thinking about that as well. Exhaling, turn the palms down, maybe turn the elbows. Externally rotate them as well as you inhale, elbows, hands. Exhale, turn the hand down. And then if you want to bring in the shoulders as well, this time inhaling, really think about the arms stretching out from the shoulders. Exhaling, rotate them down. Last time bringing them up. And then relaxing the arms down, and notice how that feels. So you should feel the tingle in your arms as blood's flowing in different directions. Really beneficial for your circulation and systems. Okay, we're next just going to stretch your legs out long, and we're going to think about a similar kind of move for our legs. So toes pointing up towards the ceiling. I'm going to head this way so you can see, move the block out. We're going to inhale, toes point up, exhale, toes point down. So we're still trying to stay nice, relaxed and upright in the spine, just as we're moving the toes and the ankles getting involved. This time inhale, maybe bend the knees slightly as well, and then exhale, straighten the legs as we point the toes down. Inhaling, toes, ankles, knees. Exhale, knees, ankles, toes. And then once more, maybe the hips getting involved here as well. Exhale. If you're sat on a chair, you'd still have the same, maybe sliding the ankles in, and then exhaling, sliding ankles out. Bring the legs back in, soles flat to the floor if you're seated on a chair, or cross-legged again. And we'll just start warming up the spine. So we've done arms, legs, next to spine. Put the palms onto the knees or thighs, and we're going to do a seated cat-cow. So breathe in, lift the chest, lift the gaze slightly, and then exhale, lower the chest, lower the gaze, maybe drawing chin towards your chest. Inhaling, lifting up, you may be pulling on the hands slightly, gently, and then exhaling, relaxing the arms, relaxing the chest. So we're really waking up the spine. I think the vertebrae gently moving against each other as you breathe in and then out, chin to chest. And just try once more at your own speed. Feel into any areas of your spine that might be a little bit more tender and sore than others. And after you've done 1 or 2 more repetitions, come back to this neutral central position and feel that. We're next just going to put the left hand out on the floor beside you or onto the side of the chair. And we're going to inhale, stretch the right arm up, really think long from the fingertips to the hip. And then exhale, lean over for a side stretch. Opening up here. We are going to sort of stay here and think about the muscles between your ribs, gently opening out to the side. Inhale. Really breathe into those ribs, and then exhale, arm comes down. Sitting back straight, and then inhale the other arm up. Left hand, fingertips to hips, reach, and then exhale, side stretch over to the right. Breathe into the left side of the body, those intercostal muscles between your ribs. Stretching, opening with your breath. And then gently coming up on an inhale and lowering that arm on an exhale. Just stop, notice how you feel. Take a breath in and out. Last little seated pose, we're going to bring left hand to right knee, right hand behind, and just do a gentle twist. So with these twists, as you inhale, you lengthen through the crown of the head, and as you exhale, you gently twist. Trying to pull in the abdomen, almost as if we're wringing out the spine like a cloth. And on an inhale, come to the middle. And on an exhale, switch to the other side. Right hand to left knee, left hand gently behind you. Inhale, lengthen long through the spine. Exhale, twist further around to the left. Pull in the abdomen. Try to imagine that breathing still happening smoothly, deeply, in a twisted position. And on an inhale, come back to the middle. We're next going to come up to a fold or down dog. So if you are on a chair, you're going to stand up. If you are on the floor, we're going to gradually come up halfway. Now, I am going to show this with a chair so that you can act mindfully in this pose. It's a modification of downward facing dog. So usually in yoga, the hands are on the floor for this pose, but having the heart higher than the head is not good for anybody with cardiovascular issues. So keeping it slightly less head to the floor, we're going to make sure heels are under our knees, under our hips, with really good alignment. And you might just want to experiment with where your feet are in relation to the chair. And we're just going to hold this pose. So it's a static pose. You're bringing your chest slightly down so that you get a feeling of opening in the shoulders and a gentle stretch in the back of the legs. You may want to keep your knees gently bent. And you want to come back to those smooth, slow, deep breaths in, working the body in a slightly different position. Inhaling, send the air all the way back and down towards your hips. And then exhale. You may find you're able to bring your chest slightly closer to the ground beneath you. And on an inhale, slowly, very slowly and carefully, walk the feet towards the chair, towards the hands. And we'll come up slowly to standing. So as we come to a standing position, we're going to repeat the same moves with our arms. So inhale, palms come up, arms parallel to the floor. Exhale, arms go down. Inhaling, palms face up, maybe bring in the elbows as well. Exhaling, elbows, wrists, palms down. Inhaling, maybe bring the shoulders in as well. Exhaling, shoulders, wrists, elbows, wrists, hands. One last time, inhale up. And then exhale, palms come down towards your thighs. And just notice how that feels in your arms. And we're just going to do a short balance with our legs. So inhale, come up gently onto your toes. Exhale, lower the heels, lift the toes. Just a gentle calf raise. You can hold on to a chair or hold on to the back of a chair for this, just to get blood flowing down the legs. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Next, we're going to do a tree pose. So we're going to bring, if you have a chair and you just to one side, so you can hold the back of a chair if you want to for balance. We're going to bring all of the weight into the right foot. So really imagine that right heel, the centre of it feeling very supported by the floor, the toes spread wide. And then we're going to tip the left knee out to the side, left toes on the mat with the heel just as like a little kickstand. This is called tree pose. So we're thinking nice and long through the rest of the body. If you'd like to, you can make it balance. So bring that sole of the foot to the calf or higher up onto the thigh. Just avoid the knee area. And if you wanted to, you could hold the chair. So this is a balancing pose. Keep your focused gaze at a spot ahead of you. And if you wanted to, you can bring the arms out to the sides as well, or even gently higher up, or just keep them in prayer position in front of your heart. Bring the palms together. Focus on the breath in this pose. Rakshasana tree pose. Imagine the right leg strong like the trunk of the tree. Hold as long as you like, and if you fall, don't worry, just stop and start again. Adjust the pose to suit you, and then slide the foot down back to the floor, and we'll repeat on the other leg. And you just might notice now how it feels, the difference between the two. So weight goes into the left foot, really grounding through the heel, spreading the toes to support the weight. Right knee goes out to the right with the toes as a little kickstand. And if you'd like, you can slide the sole of the foot at the inside to the calf, your left calf, or you may want to use a hand or an arm to bring it up to the thigh. Palms can stay at the heart. You can hold the chair back and hand on a hip or the thigh. Think long through the spine. Allow the torso to keep filling up with air. And if you wanted to, you can breathe in and take the arms up. You might find one side feels more steady than the other. That's okay. If you wobble, fall, put the foot down. Breathe, relax, don't get stressed. Lift the corners of your mouth and smile. Whichever version, whichever type of tree you have, just focus on that one straight, steady leg, that tree trunk. And relax, slide that leg back down. So modify that tree pose to suit your body. The focus and the kind of steady breathing whilst you're maintaining a challenging balance is really good for your heart and just for your whole well-being. We're next going to come back down to the floor, but on our fronts this time. So if you had a chair, move it out the way and slowly, gradually come down, either to knees first, and use your hands to get you onto your front. We're going to do a baby cobra. So this pose is very good just for a gentle chest opener, but it involves the whole body. Your palms, fingers are spread wide and they're just under your shoulders. Your hips, thighs and tops of the feet are making contact with the floor, and hopefully your forehead as well. Please adapt this with a cushion or blanket under the head if needed. And we're just going to inhale, fill up with air and draw an imaginary line with your nose forward and up. And this may only be a small amount. As you breathe out, you bring the forehead back down to the earth. So it's a small move, baby cobra. Lift as you inhale. You can over press into the hands for this one. It's just a very gentle back bend, the top of the spine, the neck, the upper back is stretching, and then as you exhale, it's relaxing. One more pose like this. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, relaxing. And then we're going to just push into the hands, back up to our knees. Bring the knees wide as the mat, the feet, toes together, and come back sitting towards our heels in child's pose. And you can adapt this child's pose by making fists for a cushion for your forehead, or taking a block if you have one, on different settings. And even if your hips feel uncomfortable, you can lift them slightly, finding a variation of this pose which feels restorative and relaxing for you. You can have your arms gently resting on the mat with the palms face up, or palms face up with the arms alongside your shins behind you. Breathing, slow deep breaths, feeling the abdomen expand and relax. And then we will gently, slowly come back up out of child's pose. Bring the knees together, move any props out of the way, and come to lie flat on the back. We're going to bring the soles of the feet flat to the floor with the hips quite close to the heels. Arms gently rest alongside with the palms face down. And we're just going to do bridge pose. So in this pose, as we inhale, we press into the feet, lift the hips gently, slightly off the floor. And then as you exhale, the hips come down. This can be quite a small, gentle move. Inhaling, press the knees away. Imagine the hips pushing towards the knees, and then exhaling, lowering them back down. And you might find with repetition, you can raise the hips slightly higher on the next inhale. Exhaling, coming back down. And one last time, press into the feet, lift the hips. Imagine the ribs going towards the tops of the hips. And then exhale, lower the spine slowly down. Extend the legs long away from you on the mat, so the heels can go out to the sides slightly. The toes tip out to the sides. The palms face up with the arms slightly away from the body. And we'll come back to the breath here. So this final pose, Shavasana, is really important for the body to absorb the stretches that we've done. Take a lovely, smooth, slow inhale. And then exhale a third of the way. And pause. And next third. Pause. The final third. Pause. And then breathe in and out in a natural rhythm. As you breathe in fresh oxygen, it's being transferred into your bloodstream, sending energy all the way around to all the muscles we've used. And as you exhale, any tension just releases. Let's do a quick body scan. Relax any areas of tension, using your mind to help control and relax your body. Any thoughts that come in, just notice them and let them move away. Just think about your breath and the calming effect of gentle stretching on your body. Stay in this pose for as long as you like, or press pause by pressing pause and come gradually out of this pose. So bring the heels back towards the hips, gently roll over onto one side. Take your time, look after your body, listen to your body. Slowly make your way back to a seat and notice the benefits of that practice on your body. Thank you for practicing with me today. Be mindful how you think, speak, feel, and act.